Good morning. I want to say a few words about justice. There are three words that I use as part of a daily routine, and they go in order. One is freedom, then love, and then, capping it off, justice. We don't necessarily need justice forever, because hopefully we will have a world, ultimately, where love does not harm people and where things go well. But when things do not go well, we need justice. What is justice? Here is how I want to see it defined in the future. The first thing I want to do is get rid of our punitive society. I don't mean to get rid of society, but I do mean to get rid of the punitive in it. Punitive actions are binary. They're quick, knee-jerk solutions to problems that do not allow for a quick knee-jerk solution. The best approach to wrongdoing, to harm, to anything, to crime, is a non-punitive approach which sees these aberrations, these actions, which we may find despicable, as things that need to be treated. We have shrunk care in our society to the point of scandalous silliness. And we need to get rid of our punitive society. We need to get rid of our prison system. Most jailing of people, if they have had a violent past, is just an invitation, obviously, everybody knows it, to more violence. What else? What would you do? Well, it's so simple. If we get hit, we get mad. If we get treated unjustly, we get mad. If we get put into a jail and the first thing that happens is we're thrown across a cell against a wall by some unruly guard, well, poor guard is not contributing to anything that helps. And certainly the process doesn't help. So get rid of the punitive thing. Have a caring society in which all of these jobs that are sort of going begging that, oh my goodness, we don't have jobs. Well, create some care jobs. Create some jobs for people who know what it's like to become violent. Create jobs for them, in order to them that they can be the teachers and helpers of people who are inclined to violence. We're all inclined to all kinds of negative and harmful things. Some of us avoid them, some of us don't. We never are perfect all the time. We're never imperfect entirely. So, that's the first thing, end the punitive stuff. The second thing is basic income. Basic income is just simply a way of saying everybody needs a floor. I would favor everybody needs a little bank balance. Get it, replenish it when you buy something. I mean, that's what you're supporting the economy by buying things. When you buy things, it gets replenished. If you are conspicuously greedy, maybe it has something in the algorithm that says, please be a little more civilized in your choices, whatever. We're going to have a measure of control in the society that is going to come. We have a measure of control now, but we're going to create a society which hopefully will be smarter than ours and more rational, and will recognize the need for basic income as a solution to incredible involved and confusing government obfuscation and avoidance of anything. I mean, I live in a neighborhood whose streets, this is New York City, this is de Blasio territory, which are littered with alive human beings who happen to be homeless, sleeping out in this winter. It's absurd. So, that's the second pillar of justice, as far as I'm concerned. Basic income, get rid of the punitive stuff, and finally, this century, we need to move to non-violence. Why? Because we have learned that the biggest generators of violence happen to be us, individuals, white men, for God's sakes. And we need to face that down and declare nonviolence as the default for human beings. That's it. We need to do that. Everybody knows that. The Generation X people who marched on Saturday, they didn't go out there saying let's smack down everybody. No, they said, oh no, we're going to vote you out. That's a proper way of looking at it. But they're going to do it by any way they can. And if NRA and all these bozos think that they're going to win, no way. Cigarettes didn't win. You could say, well, or yes, they do, because they sneak back in. Well, everybody sneaks back in. But things do improve. Things do get better. The world is actually better as we move. The media doesn't see it that way, but people who apply certain kinds of metrics and scientific understandings do. Yes, we're creeping along toward the good. That's the only way we get there. That's the only way we've gotten there ever since Genghis Khan started trampling people underneath large surfaces. Disgusting. We have a disgusting past based on male-dominated binary ethics. And we don't have any ethics. Our ethics are execrable. And Triadic Philosophy, which is what I press on this site, looks at things differently. It looks at things through the lens of ethics and through the lens of aesthetics, in that order. I'll explain all that as we go along. Have a lovely day, and justice trumps love until love is just.